before our carbon taxes go up 16 more percent
Are they going up again?
on April 1st, I think.
Well,
I swear they pick April 1st just as a troll. I mean, it's like, oh, let's raise them up on April 1st. Is it Geek Hell or Geek Hell? I thought you said Geek Hell.
Geek Kyle.
Oh, I got it wrong.
You got it wrong. You messed it all up. That's all right.
Did you even tell me Heil or did you say hell?
I think I said Heil.
I mean, even the arts, I made hell the art too. You said hell.
You sure?
Yeah.
2 L's?
Yeah. It probably doesn't let you type that into your Apple phone without changing it to hell.
Interesting.
Anyways, well, I mean, is it similar?
No, no.
Is it the same thing that I think it's the same thing that I got?
Well, why don't you do yours first and let's see.
Do we want to get
What is
into
yours?
it right
Does
away?
yours have to do with Canada?
Do we want to get into it right away?
Into what right away?
The Oppression Olympics and what's going on in Canada?
I don't know what your stuff is though. So I
It's
can't.
it's the NDP convention.
Oh yeah, so that's what I had too. I had the tranny.
Well, we can't not talk about it. I mean, it's going so viral that I almost feel sorry for them.
It's our communists.
It's unbelievable.
So do you have the clip sent so I don't have to dig it up?
Well, what do you mean dig it up? I thought you had it ready to what?
Check. I thought I had it ready to go too.
Okay, here, let's do it. Okay, so okay, let's see which one I got here. I got a couple clips.
I think that the page that I'm looking for doesn't exist anymore. Is what happened.
It might not, yeah. Okay, so this is there's an NDP convention in Winnipeg, so they're trying to figure out who their leader is. And here's some clips from this. And it's quite the woke fest. They have these cards that you're rated what?
I found it. Not right now, but whenever.
All right, okay, here we go. Let's see what they have to say here.
Thank you, Delegate.
I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like the same 4 clips are going around, the same 4 or 5 clips are going around. And if it was a 2-day convention and that's all that's going around, maybe it wasn't as bad as you think from just watching these clips.
It's hard to pretend to be a serious country at this point.
Delegate. There's a point of privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to microphone 3. Go ahead, Delegate.
Yes. Hello. I was standing here with my gender equity card before you called on the previous speaker.
So it's almost like you can't help but think it's a parody. Like, how do people think this is serious? But she's waving this bright green card because she's got a gender equity card. So she's got a bump. She gets to get bumped up in the lineup. So you get to speak according to your oppression ranking.
That's my point of privilege that I would like to raise.
I will explain the speaking order, which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself up a line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was...
We went...
You went pro, con,
we went pro, and my plan was to go con. The speaker at con mic 3 also has a speaking card.
Yesterday, this card...
So this is now a black woman with a mask.
She's got a purple card. What's that mean?
Yeah, pink. It means it's a woman card.
What about the black? Is that on there somewhere?
It must be, but it's not a good card. I mean,
was used in an inappropriate manner. And while I understand,
and she says inappropriate manner. Like what?
Which is worse?
What do you mean? What's worse?
Black or woman?
Which is more oppressed?
Yeah. Well, which gets you more points?
We'll figure that out later.
In Ontario, we know this is equity. Even if this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself who identify as a black woman have no value outside of this space.
She is a black woman.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Does she have to identify as a black woman?
Yeah, well, she does. I mean, she identifies as a black woman.
Well, good for her.
Oh, this can't be real. People say, "Oh my God, they're in a Star Trek." What happened? Did you bump me?
I stole it. I bumped you because I got the full one. Because this one she just looks like a little Nazi to me. I don't know what it is about her. Maybe it's the blonde hair. for those big fucking Dumbo ears. I don't know what it is, but let's see. I got the full 2 minutes.
See that we are 1 minute ahead of schedule, and so I'm going to get out of here. The balloting co-chairs are returning, I believe. Now balloting co-chairs. There is a point. Let's hear the point on microphone 1.
I'm sorry, just real quick, point of personal privilege. I understand there's very little time and for delegates to speak, but early on the mic, it's hard as a racialized and transgender delegate to sometimes use this card and speak up, speak to somebody in front of me in line and ask, hey, this pertains to multiple intersecting parts of my lived experience. I'd like to speak. I was rejected when I talked. And it's frustrating when these are my rights being
She's
directly.
got pretty big tits for a transgender. Don't you think? You think they're fake? I think it's just like a chubby dude.
Once they start taking estrogen and all that, I mean, your tits grow pretty quick, I think.
She's got a good one. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Right? She looks like a chubby chick. He looks like a chubby chick. Can we go to jail for that now?
Probably it's coming. I mean, yeah, let's not be too nasty here.
Can I go to jail? It's a racialized person. Do I get like a card? How do I get a card?
Well, we got to talk. We'll talk to you about that later. Yeah, we'll figure out where you are
Under
on
attack
the Olympics
right now in Alberta, and that a cisgender woman had.
How are the rights being attacked in Alberta? Honestly, that's a serious question.
Specifically, are not, but
what
the kids she's trying to groom are.
Oh, it's the kids. Oh, okay.
Spoken over me, and I understand her rights are important too. This pertains to her too, but I don't know. I hope that in the future the federal NDP will also have a broader interpretation of the equity cards for speakers. That's all. Thank you.
I will invite delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line behind the microphone with a prominent leader.
She didn't want to say straight.
Yeah,
just
make a clear line.
Equity card. If I see speakers ahead of you who are not holding a card prominently, it would be wrong of me to guess about their gender identity, and I will come to you. This applies so far, according to your rules, for gender identities other than a dude, but it is open to us to change our rules as we like as we move forward into the bright and golden future.
What does that? I haven't heard this one yet. It applies to gender identities other than a dude.
Let's see.
Is that what she said?
Come to you. This applies so far, according to your rules, for gender identities other than a dude, but it is open to us to change our rules as we like as we move forward into the bright and golden future. Thank you, friends. Let's hear the balloting co-chairs.
Stop it. I'm just mystified. Can I identify as a dude then? Like, is that my gender identity?
You are a dude. Yeah, it's bad though. You don't want to be a dude.
You want to be a dude?
Trouble.
A bro? I guess we're a bro.
I'm oppressed, bro. You're a bro. I'm a
guy.
BIPOC. I'm a BIPOC.
Could I just be a guy?
Black indigenous person of color.
Guy. So hang on a second. We're going into the light and the golden. What was that? We're going into the golden.
The golden because of the NDP, right?
Oh my God. Oh, I thought it was the golden age. I thought that was a shout out to Trump there. Maybe they should change their colors because it looks too much like the golden age.
Looks like Trump's hair.
I'm directed to a point on microphone 3.
Point of information. I'm not sure if it's appropriate for me to bring a point of privilege around an emergent issue with some job loss in my workplace.
If it is impairing your ability to participate in the meeting, it is a correct point of privilege. If you'd like an announcement to be made from the stage, we can arrange for that, and then the delegates can hear it from here. Not right now.
So, okay, bring it to you.
Bring it to me.
Thank you.
We'll find a way. Good?
Find a way to whine.
Dude, they're bringing up all these crazy things on stage. And one guy's talking about did you get the clip of the Chinese guy talking about, I mean, that's almost like, it sounds like Ben Bankus. right out of there. He's talking about the device for the translation device. I mean, they're
No.
just complaining about processes in there too. Like, why would you get up in front of everybody and complain about the process? Just talk to somebody behind the scenes. Hey, this could be done better later. Like, what? The
Or,
grie-
hey,
the
I'm
grievances.
more
The,
oppressed and I want it mentioned on the stage. Talk about how shitty my life is on the stage. Please. I got some more Canada stuff here.
well, wait. We're not done this. Like,
Oh,
you
we're
can't
not
just
done.
you can't just
All right.
you can't
Right.
just brush over this. I mean, you brought up the geek aisle, right? That
Geek how?
this is from Nick Osmond Jones. A lot of people are having a good laugh right now at the antics at the convention.
I mean, just wouldn't you grow your hair out just to like have them over the ear?
The big, it's you got to grow a lot of hair to get over those
Oh
ears.
my god.
Dude. She has a hearing. Did you know she has a hearing condition too?
I bet she hears too good.
Oh my god. We're going to hell. We're going to hell.
Better be careful in the wind.
So a lot of people are laughing at the antics of the convention of Canada's New Democratic Party, the NDP. This woman who has chaired the convention, her name is Adrienne Smith. And while the clips may be funny, there's nothing funny about her agenda or the influence she wields. You ready?
I'm ready.
Smith is a lawyer from Vancouver, BC. She is a woman who identifies as non-binary. Her website makes clear that the practice of law is twinned with activism. It's funny, eh? Isn't it just supposed to be isn't it supposed to be nonpartisan? Isn't law supposed to be blind? Or is that just justice?
That's just justice.
Her slogan is
dead. You get your justice when you're dead.
her slogan
Well,
is
then, our rules, buddy.
her slogan is keeping the social just. And her firm is billed as a progressive downtown East Side boutique law firm for underdogs and the organizations that fight for them. One of the services she offers is training for organizations. Workshop titles include Know Your Rights for drag performers and library workers, social justice intervention training, dismantling white supremacy, and what we all saw on display at the NDP conventions, anti-oppressive meeting procedure, and of course, her bread and butter, transgender rights. Most of her workshops are done for taxpayer-funded organizations, either governments or NGOs. I encountered Smith when I was an employee and the BC oh my God. So we can't even say ombudsperson's office. Her presentation on trans rights was a mix of personal grievances. She once had turned down a job because it was only male and female bathrooms, neither of which she could use.
Wait, which bathroom does she use? Just wants her own? That's what's going on here. I just want my own bathroom.
Radical claims about history and biology. Gender roles were imposed on Indigenous people by colonization. Biological sex is a spectrum rather than a binary. More important to my work as someone who investigated complaints regarding government services, Smith claimed that Canadian law required government to treat people based on self-declared gender identity rather than biological sex. I'm going to skip past that here. On the legal front, dig into any of the crazy gender-related cases in BC, and there's a good chance Smith was involved. Most people have heard of the recent BC Human Rights Tribunal decision to penalize former school trustee Barry Neufeld. What you likely don't know is that in 2021, Smith petitioned the BC Supreme Court to have Neufeld removed from his elected position and to prevent him from running again. Holy shit. In a rare win for sanity, she was unsuccessful. At the BC Human Rights Tribunal, Smith broke new ground in 2021 by securing a $30,000 reward for a restaurant employee who was fired for aggressively insisting on being addressed as they, them. On the advocacy front, her name pops up everywhere. In Hansard, she was named as a supporter of the 2016 inclusion of gender identity in the BC Human Rights Code, a change which enabled the non-binary restaurant ruling. She was instrumental in cutting municipal funding to Vancouver rape relief.
Non-binary restaurant ruling.
That was the one where the guy got fired for not, because he always insisted on people calling him they, them.
So they fired him?
Yeah. And they won $30,000 on that.
Is that it? 30 grand?
Yeah. She is the chair. She's the chair of the BC NDP's Sexual Orientation and Gender Identity Committee, SOGI. According to BC Lobbyist Registry, she has conducted extensive lobbying regarding name changes, in particular to oppose legislation which puts limits on the ability of criminals to change their names. She's also a poet. The upshot, in a public setting like the NDP convention, her ideology looks ridiculous. This is why trans activists focus on gaining control of the levers of power behind the scenes, establishing ideological control in institutions through workshops, struggle sessions, embedding their ideology into law and policy, not by convincing the public they are right, but by lobbying behind closed doors. Once laws and policies are changed, enforcing public compliance through courts and tribunals. She may cut a ridiculous figure, but don't underestimate her. Wow. Oh my God, he said that right there. I bet she can hear a mouse fart from 100 feet away. Anyways, this is to answer your question. Let's see where you are on this one. Now, I looked this up. I could not find it. This is from Marty up north. I checked the NDP convention website. I couldn't, maybe they took this down. Do you think they took it down afterwards?
I would have.
Here's a handy equity card scoring matrix. So where's Darren? So hearing impaired trans racialized woman with a learning disability. So hearing impaired trans racialized woman with a learning disability, 10 points. Mobility, that's a pretty big jump between the next one. Mobility challenged trans racialized man with a medium IQ, 7 points. White trans woman wearing a kefir, 6 points. Black woman with an eating disorder, 5 points. Racialized man with a low IQ, 4 points.
Am I racialized?
Young, that's you, 4 points right there.
Wait, what's a racialized male with a high IQ?
They don't have it. That's you just bounce right out of the spectrum with a high IQ. I mean, I bet you they don't have any high IQs in here, right? So young woman with red hair, 3 points. I think this is all just satire. Older white woman with mobility scooter, 2 points. Young racialized cis males with BLM tattoos, 2 points. Older white male with PTSD and hearing aids, 1 point. Middle-aged cis males without a job, 1 point. Working white males with high IQ. There you go. 0 points.
Buddy. Take it back. You take it back.
Being hated by idiots is the price you pay for not being one of them. White tax-paying woman who gave birth to 2 white children, negative 100 points. So they literally don't let smart people contribute. That explains a lot. So anyways, that's, is that macroaggressions? I feel like this could be turned into a game like fantasy baseball, Magic like Gathering with DEI, a kind of victimization decathlon. The real question, could we gamble on it? There you go. I don't want to read more comments. You guys can just imagine where things are at right now, but it is kind of scary that's
Want some more scary Canada news?
Not really.
We made the Sean Ryan show.
So wait, you're saying that no more, are you saying in addition to Mexico produced fentanyl, or it's all moved to Canada?
I think the majority has moved to Canada.
The majority of it's moved to Canada.
Yes. I am 99% sure about that, because you can never be 100% sure, but I am so sure about that. Last summer, I wanted to crack down on this story because I had an individual reach out to me who was an operative for the Sinaloa cartel working in Canada, running these labs.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed me the labs that the Sinaloa cartel is operating with.
Physically?
Yeah.
Where are they putting them?
They're putting them in suburban sort of. So they're particularly in the West Coast, in BC and in Alberta, which is like a prairie province. And so there's a lot of farmland and it's residential. And prior to this, it was meth labs that they had running out there. And there would always be like a random meth lab explosion in Abbotsford or, this is like a smaller city. And then these turned into fentanyl labs that were completely under the radar because we also didn't have Canadian law enforcement like patrolling these areas to an extent that they would patrol like a large city like Vancouver or Toronto. So you're bringing in precursors from the Port of Vancouver easily because less than 1% of cargo that comes into the Port of Vancouver is actually inspected by authorities, or
Less than how much?
less than 1%.
Less than 1%.
That is an official number. Yes. So the majority of the cargo that's coming into the port of Vancouver is unmonitored. And you have longshoremen.
Which it has to be, right? I mean, let's be realistic.
Yeah, I guess you'd want like maybe 10 or 20%, not 1%, I guess. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a lot. I mean, God.
well, I mean, what do you do then? Do you just let everything come in? I mean, the problem is we can't trust what's going on at all.
Maybe you search all of them from certain countries. Maybe you decide by race.
Maybe you use your oppression card, your race card.
We give them cards.
That are on organized crime payroll or turning a blind eye. These precursors are being brought to labs throughout the lower mainland, and they are producing fentanyl there. And it started off as distributing this product throughout Canada, because just like the United States, there has been this insatiable appetite for fentanyl in Canada. During the pandemic, more people at one point were dying of fentanyl overdose deaths than from COVID.
Stop clip.
So that was a major health crisis.
I don't know about that. So first of all, it was being spread across Canada. I mean, as if Sinaloa or whatever's going to just take all their stuff and put it in Canada and then sell it in Canada. Come on, man. The States has got to be the market for it.
Well, it is, but if the States will fucking drone you.
Well, that's before the drones.
No, well, they've had I mean, my buddy's been a drug cop down there for a long time. Like, he's retired now. So he did his whole service of his whole job is just drug cop. You know, we don't really have that in Canada.
And then there's this
And now they're all East Indians. Like, I don't know what it's like out in fucking BC, but you know, if it's creeping into Alberta, it's gonna be pretty rough in most other places.
major crackdown.
A lot of turban wearing cops. Is that good? Is that bad? Not my place to say. Do you want to say?
What? Well,
Is
I
it
mean,
good or bad?
it has to happen. If you bring in millions of turbans, you have to have cops to police the turbans. I mean, you can't just have a bunch of, native Canadians trying to figure out how to speak Punjabi and all that. And you have to trust that some of them want to enforce the law properly, right?
I guess.
I mean, you can't do it. You can't just have all white cops in there.
You put the turban cops in the turban neighborhoods and you just start doing it like that.
Well, you have to. Yeah, they have to.
A white with a turban.
I know somebody that's marrying I know of somebody that's marrying a turban cop in Surrey.
Of course, it'd be Surrey.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But I mean, yeah, what are you going to do? You can't police the thing without turban cops.
Well, it doesn't
Right?
seem like they're doing a very good job. Isn't it Surrey that's got the crazy extortion problem with like a national?
Yeah. Remember the mayor came out and said it's an emergency, like literally called an emergency because it was 11 shootings
A
for
state of
extortion.
emergency for extortion.
And where else? Isn't it happening in Calgary? Was it Calgary or Alberta? Where was the last extortion thing going on? It was in the news somewhere recently.
I bet you some of them cops are involved though.
the southern border. You already have cartel operatives established in the north. You have over 5,000 miles of practically unprotected border. You know, it's
So that's the reason why they do it in Canada instead of Mexico. Just way easier to get it in. Slap on the wrist still if you get caught. You probably won't get caught. And even if you do, nobody's going to really care. And easier to get into than trying to imagine how much product you lose trying to get it over the Mexican border.
Greenland, and you can fly across, you can drive your boat across, you can drive your dirt bike across. And that just left it as open field for these members of organized crime to start to bring their operations to the next level by trafficking everything into the United States. And it's important to keep in mind that Canadian law enforcement knows this is happening, very aware, has been aware since around 2017.
2017. Let's sigh.
Did you see that law enforcement problem that was going on with
Which one?
I kind of been saving it here, but I mean, I don't know if I've ever wanted to. I guess this is a time maybe to talk about it, to follow up on your clip there. Mario Zelaya, so 2 senior officials overseeing elections inside the National Police Federation, Canada's largest police union with 20,000 RCMP members, just resigned. Their resignation letter accuses the board of interference in the election process, pressure to control outcomes,
That's all the RCMP officers.
backing hand-picked candidates aligned with a planned succession of power, stripping the elections committees of independence, suspending their credentials, denying them access to election materials. Meanwhile, a separate court filing alleges 3.39 million in union dues were paid to board directors. This is the union that represents every RCMP officer in Canada, and it can't even run its own elections without alleged allegations of rigging. If this is what happens inside Canada's National Police Union, imagine what's happening everywhere else. So, like she said, they know.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It seems like they know. Well, I think everything else I got sort of switches gears.
Yeah, let's switch gears.
I got some more Great Awakening sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got a lot of that too. Yeah.
Just Bill Maher, really. We had on the show before, but he's one of those old leftists that seems to be slowly coming around. Now he's coming over to your side of the park.
My side.
These Epstein.
Yeah. What do you think it's about?
Epstein, Trump.
Q.
Seeing these Epstein files. I mean, first of all, you just find out. I said this on my show a couple of weeks ago. Some people were just shocked. I said, I owe an apology to QAnon. You were not completely wrong about the fact that they were like, I mean, I said, you know what? Also, no, the Democrats do not eat babies. And
I was about to say, because QAnon is out there.
Okay,
And I lost some friends.
Exactly. That's what I said. Just don't take it that far. Democrats are not eating babies. Yeah. Hillary didn't run a pedophile ring out of a pizza parlor, you fucking nuts. But you weren't wrong about the elites of this world think they can get away with so much shit.
Yeah.
That they were all, the contempt they have for the rest of us is just.
He almost wanted to say it there, right? They were all. Oh, not allowed to say that part.
Pretty amazing when you see these emails. They're almost as lurid as.
Well, I know you do a lot of work in political thought and political discussion and debate. And I'm sure this stuff has been right in your forefront, you know, all the Epstein talk, because that seems to be the primary focus.
Yeah, but until this last dump, we didn't know how extensive it was. It really did change the narrative a lot. I mean, we thought it was until like a few weeks ago.
But to the average American, they're not drilling down like you. Like nobody knows. I don't know what's going on.
I mean,
I don't know what's out there.
Okay, but on the right,
yeah,
this is the one issue where they will break with Trump over. QAnon, which are his biggest backers, and you know they are far right, but they do not let go of this one. They had it in their heads that there was this cabal of elites who are so drunk on their own power that they think they can get away. Well, they kind of do and did. You know, I have a friend who always talks about shark soup. Like it's illegal to, like kill the sharks that are endangered. And the soup doesn't even taste good, but they can.
But that's because they can't.
Yeah. They just can't.
Yeah.
You know?
They don't even like it.
They don't even like it.
Yeah.
But it's wrong, but we can do it.
Shark soup. Okay, can I kind of get into some stuff about that, like some Q stuff?
Sure.
Or trust the plan? I mean, maybe not, but
Are you back to trusting the plan?
No. I said maybe not.
Sealed
But here,
indictments. What about the
so
sealed
this no, this isn't cute. I'm not saying this cute, but
How
listen,
many sealed indictments?
listen to what happens here. They launched the new EBS app that neither. Have you heard about this?
No, I like the picture though.
That neither CNN, Fox News, NBC, ABC, CBS, X, Instagram, TikTok, FB, or YouTube platforms will be able to silence or censor when Trump wants to tell everyone something.
Wait, what happened to True Social?
Well, that's not everybody can't just get that, right? I guess. I don't know. But no filters, no middleman, direct access. Okay. So this is what Brian Cates here is saying. Stop for a minute and think about it. What president ever had this kind of power to communicate directly with the American people in a way that literally every single media company is outside the loop? He does not need them to get this message out. When it suits them, even Fox News cuts away and downplays stuff the Murdochs don't want attention focused on. Suppose Trump wants to get something out there fast that the people who run CNN, Fox, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook do not want anybody knowing about or paying attention to. You've spent years watching how the middlemen with their filters pull all their little cute tricks and strategies to contain the information. What if, just go with me here, what if Trump just launched something that completely removes all the filters and the middlemen between him and you? All you need is a freaking phone that's charged and internet access, and you are connected. And nobody can get between this White House and you and help you by filtering, censoring, editing the message for you. 'Tis glorious. Here's a comment here. Trump's direct to finance people channel sounds like the ultimate bypass button. Imagine a presidential tweet that even Murdochs can't mute. And then, of course, here's the Q dump, right? Direct comms, POTUS, spec, auth, rec, think the football, NSA monitoring for any attempts to disrupt and or term access, central command. So I don't know. That's pretty fascinating stuff. Speaking of that, I don't want to get into the 4chan stuff. Well, okay. Let me do this because I've been saving this for weeks too. But this, you just mentioned it, right? Was Bill Maher there, right? Talking about Epstein and Q, right?
I
But
think
check
it's
this out.
Mar.
What?
I think it's Mar.
Yeah, Mar. Check this out though. This is from that Peter Gurnis guy. Epstein's advisor emailed him about 4chan's founder. So speaking of Q and 4chan, isn't that where, was it 8chan or 4chan where Q started?
I think it started on 4chan and then it went to 8chan because 4chan got deleted over it or something like that.
So here's the founder of 4chan. The potential for manipulation is huge. He wrote, Epstein took the meeting. He drove the kid home. Poll / launched around the same time. I went through the DOJ files. Here's what's in the 2% they released. Jeffrey Epstein and the internet's potential for manipulation. In a 2011, a venture capitalist named Epstein about the founder of 4chan. He attached a Washington Post article about the platform's capacity for chaos. Let me just scroll through here and see where I'm at. I thought that I would have been reading from the top. Within a decade, Poll was linked to a mass shooter, the QAnon movement, and the election of a president. A user on the platform announced Epstein's death 38 minutes before it was reported in the press. The FBI attempted to identify the poster. The phone company stated it did not retain the relevant records. Meanwhile, the largest news subreddit on Reddit was being moderated by an account called u/Maxwell Hill. It was posted every day for 14 years. It stopped the day Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested. It has not posted since. All these facts are in the DOJ file. Federal investigators described the cache as approximately 14.6 terabytes. The Department of Justice has released approximately 2% of that data. What follows is what's in the 2%. He's just saying here that I'm not going to read all this, but the meeting between Epstein and the founder's statement, Epstein had nothing to do with the reintroduction of politics board to 4chan nor anything else related to the site. He's told The Verge. He described the meeting as unmemorable. People sold 4chan. Poole sold 4chan in 2015. He got a job at Google. The platform he left behind did not get a job at Google. The platform.
Right before Trump.
Yeah. Number
Who did he
three,
sell it to?
to Google. No.
Google bought it and gave him a job at it.
Oh no, maybe not the plan. No, I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. Let's see. Researchers at the University of Amsterdam noted that Pool had previously shut down new after white supremacists overran it. Poll may have been intended to contain the problem. It became the problem. And then 3, here's the user. Epstein was a user not interested as an investor. And then the Reddit account about Ghislaine, the 38 minutes ahead of time. Okay, we don't need to get into all that. I'm going to go back to this because this is kind of what an old 4chan post predicted here, right? Have you seen this one?
Well, no.
Okay.
Oh, wait, is this Epstein playing World of Warcraft?
No.
Oh, I thought I
don't
seen
think
that
so.
on there.
It's a list of stuff, man. But I mean, just think about how much has come true here. So, or has been talking about, because this is an old post. Israel breaks ceasefire and strikes Iran. Trump responds with B-2 bunker busters on nuclear sites. Iran hits all Gulf oil fields and U.S. bases, blocks Hormuz and Bab el-Mandeb. Oil prices skyrocket, blackouts in Africa and third world. U.S. sends 3 aircraft carriers. At least 2 sunk by Iran, Russia, and China using suicide tactics.
Wait, you're
US
reading something different than I'm seeing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. U.S. Second attempt succeeds. This is the old Q post.
The Q post? So when's the Q post from?
I think it is from February 2025.
Q is still at it.
No, March 2025, it looks like. Or no, March 2022? Or how does that... I don't know how the dates work on this, actually. I should know that.
Years always last.
So 25 then. So it's not that old. I mean, it's pretty, it's pretty fresh. Let's see here. What else? They're saying they're sinking the thing. The U.S. tries amphibious invasion. First fails with massive casualties. Second attempt succeeds. Oil fields seized. Advanced halts. U.S. civil war begins. Anti-war bloc takes D.C. with military support. U.S. splits in 2 and retreats from Middle East. Turkey betrays NATO. Joins Russia, Iran, China alliance. Attacks Israel. China invades Taiwan and Guam. North Korea invades South. Japan fails to stop it. India possibly flips sides. Russia invades Poland and Baltics, links to Kaliningrad. Finland and NATO invade Russia, take St. Petersburg. Europe collapses into riots, famine, and civil wars. Latin America allies with China and Russia. U.S. invaded from the south. Advanced stops at Colorado. 50 to 150 tactical nukes used high in atmosphere. SAR bomba, and 2 strategic nukes used in Europe. Israel destroyed, Palestinians wiped with it. Air travel ends, crime and chaos everywhere. 3 weeks of nuclear events. Fake alien invasion begins. MJ-12 releases synthetic alien bodies. PLFs hunt survivors. FEMA camps classify people as useful or undesirables. By 2027, 5 billion dead. Fake aliens defeated with help of real ones. One world government under MJ-12 and the UN. Dome of the Rock destroyed.
So like 9 months left.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I mean, I don't think they didn't say anything about him taking Venezuela. I mean, maybe Trump sort of has so far bypassed that plan, or at least part of it.
Think so?
Well, here's another Q thing. So let's see this. This is Reset Intelligence. Have you heard about this? Every piece of U.S. paper, and I'm not saying I buy into this or I believe it, but this is the other side of it, right? This is the side that's like pushing the plan thing, right? Every piece of paper, the U.S. currency since 1861 has carried the treasurer's signature. Like, this is kind of fucking crazy. Yesterday, the Treasury ended that tradition. Trump's signature will replace it. First sitting president to sign American money ever. 6 days earlier, French prosecutors raided Edmond de Rothschild. What?
Does you have to sign every one?
Probably an auto pen.
Every bill?
Well, it's the signature that's on the bills. Yeah.
Or just put one in the print.
Yeah, the Treasury guy doesn't sign every bill. 6 days, get this, 6 days earlier, French prosecutors raided de Rothschild's Paris offices. Epstein documents, UN Security Council briefings sent to a convicted sex offender from inside one of the oldest banks in Europe. Old money gets searched, new money gets signed during the same week. Then Trump revealed 10 oil tankers passed through the Strait of Hormuz under Pakistani flag. Iran's incoming leadership proving that transition is working. Besant at the cabinet meeting, short-term volatility for 50 years of safety on the other side of this. The man who put the president's name on the currency, telling you the time frame, 50 years. Inside Iraq, 88 to 90 IRGC cells eliminated. HCL moving through parliament during a war. Pipelines flowing through Syria and Jordan, $107 in oil on a $70 break even. 40.8 billion in US Treasury bonds accumulated in 12 months. The signature isn't commemorative, it's a timestamp. Historical times we're living in, connecting the dots the others miss. I mean, it is pretty fascinating. So I'm going to move on to this one here. This is from Dr. Russell McGregor. Big picture. The Gulf event, and this again, like, I'm not saying I believe this, but this is like the other side of like how the deep state is paying the price, right? The Gulf events are a nightmare for the deep state. The modern left has been swallowed whole by Zionism with the climate hoax at its core, locking in a massive loyal voter base. In the West, especially Europe, Canada, and Australia, that base has been so thoroughly brainwashed by MSM that it can no longer process basic logic about hydrocarbons, fertilizer, and energy reality. So this is what I was going to talk to you about. This is kind of building on my theory that about, I mean, let me finish reading it and I'll talk to you about it after that. Now that ideology is slamming headfirst into the hard wall of the blockade. Trump, Xi, and Putin via Iran will carefully dial up and titrate the pain on fuel and food scarcity, just enough to force a political awakening without triggering lasting damage. Think controlled scare, not catastrophe. The refractory left is being shown. It has to be this way, and it won't be easy. This is the real war. The U.S. military must do what's necessary, ruthlessly effective psychological operations, but as responsible as possible. Eventually, the world will win. End. P.S. A new financial system is being dovetailed simultaneously. If they turned on EBS, the sheep would be woken up faster, but this masked circus continues, and we have to endure the awakening because the sheep are still sleeping. That's a comment. And here's another one.
EBS is the Saudi guy, right?
Yeah. And now Iran has allied themselves with Trump in his war against the deep state. That is what the gift to the U.S. was all about. The USA will continue hitting the Islamic Republic power structures and their enforcers in the IRGC. But now the civil state of Iran and the people are working with Trump, and in the future, they will be the protectors of oil and gas traffic through the strait. This is why global gas prices are beginning to dip now. And of course, there's some Q back up here that I won't get into. Makes sense. I wonder if this will be this scare, the necessity event, or will we get another major false flag or blue beam style event. This feels like the precipice. So, I mean, because the deep state is fighting back too. So this is another one here. That's like, this is from Sun Tzu. Very important to digest the points that Brian is making here. Brian Cates, I'll read that after. It is essential to maintain. See, this is like what everybody else can be like, oh, you know, you just fucking trust the plan, all that. But these guys are saying it's essential to maintain the 40,000 foot big picture view of Trump's victories. Focus on his victories. Don't listen to the lies of the black pillars. Many people can't see yet that Trump has literally been kicking the living shit out of the exact same group of people for the past 14 months. The same people running Iran from the shadows run the Democrat Party. And Trump's post here, now with the death of Iran, the greatest enemy America has is the radical left, highly incompetent Democratic Party. Thank you for your attention to this matter. There's a picture of Hail Hydra there, which I will just show you right here. This is Trump bringing our attention again to the warlocks. So here, I'm going to play this.
Something big is coming. Watch how all this is tying together. From Donald Trump's posts, he's reshared 2 posts a day. The last video highlighted a post which he reshared where he initially spelt the word witch wrong. And he used the word witch, which took us to a post on Q which said witch hunt.
It is kind of weird that he would use that spelling. I mean, are they just trolling everybody?
The opposite of witches is warlocks. And on that video, it showed you Q said warlocks were the guardians of intelligence, is the gatekeepers, the people putting out the information, the people that you now see and fear. Well, Donald Trump also reshared another post. And on this one, he had a number of words which he put in capitals. He emphasized them. Look how it takes us back to the same things, and watch how all of this is starting to connect together to what we're about to witness. So we go to the bottom, you see the word mess in capitals. Look at this post. Mess with the best, die like the rest. Highly classified clown ops exposed. Remaining. Wizards and warlocks. Save the best for last. And it says P in brackets. P takes us to the Pope. We're hearing so much about Islam at the moment, but at some point we're going to have to hear about the Catholic Church, the Vatican. And we all know there's a lot of evils that take place within religion, especially when it comes to the Vatican, because we've seen so many examples of that already. Well, it says P equals Pope. Look, Pope will be having a terrible May. Those who backed him will be pushed into the light, dark to light, the truth, which is what I feel the gatekeepers are involved with this sort of stuff. It goes back generations.
Okay, I don't think we need to get into that, but here's that. Remember that post? That's 109th ACS, the Warlock. That's an actual official patch, Army patch. Air Force announced the squadron would transition from its tactical air control role to a cyber warfare mission, reflecting the growing importance of cyber capabilities in modern conflict.
The 109th ACS?
Yeah, interesting, eh?
I'm just pumping it into the robot to see what it spits out. Maybe nothing. Oh, it's gave me an arithmetic sequence. What is it? Air Force?
ACS, Air Command System, I think.
Patch.
Air Command Squad. Right? Yeah, patch. Yeah. That was my patch. I put that in there. That was my comment. The patch.
And now it's generating a picture of the patch.
Yeah.
What? I mean, AI is right around the corner, though. Going to take over the world. Careful. All right, you can go ahead.
All right, I hate to get all like, okay, let's just keep going on that. Kind of keep pulling on this thread a little bit.
It's got a Grim Reaper on it, hey?
Yeah.
Guiding the kill chain.
This is
did you know that part? Does it say that on that one too?
No.
Does it say guiding the kill chain?
No, but I like that. That's cool.
I've
seen that one. I've seen that one before, yeah. Can you show it or?
I probably can. Yeah, probably. I could probably.
The patches are fascinating to me. I love those patches. There's the ghost with the 3 lightning bolts that's actually on the aircraft. Oh yeah, that one's cool.
Pretty neat.
The scythe, the rockets.
What's this? Like a little megalith going down or here or something? There's like this stone wall coming up.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously the radar with the things going on at
Northeast, southwest.
I don't know, but always like, yeah, that'd be northeast, southwest, and southeast. So there you have it.
Well, I mean, so maybe I'll save that one. Have you heard about the? Okay, let's do it. Have you heard about
one more, and we'll go to the second half of show.
Well, I have. Okay, I have two. I have two more that. Two more.
Do some more. Okay.
Two more, because this is gonna be like. It's kind of scary. So I'm not trying to like manifest anything, or this is not like. It's just that. There's people talking about something big coming up, right? This is from David Nino Rodriguez. Important. I mean, people are kind of making fun of him in a way about it, but I just got off a very important phone call. Something very serious is coming soon. An event bigger than 9/11 and COVID combined. The race to unplug and turn the lights out is on. I do not have an exact date when this could happen, but I was guaranteed this will happen. The same but not exact formula of Operation Warp Speed will need to be used. It's about who pulls the plug first and owns the day afterward. It is important to note the date of May 17th, 49 days of prayer going into the 4th of July. The nation needs to come together.
Or just say, okay, we can, let's do it. We may be, in fact, learning to jump from star to star. And if we're still considered to be children playing with matches, which we are when it comes to atomic energy, would we appear to be a definite threat to other peaceful societies or entities somewhere? Yes. So what happens when that occurs? You're perceived as an extreme danger. I'll tell you what I think happens. You get knocked back to sticks and stones. And I think there's ample proof on the planet for the fact that modern society has existed before and got knocked back to sticks and stones. And
It's so fascinating how the remote viewer like agrees with us on ancient mysteries and stuff. He's like, this is the advanced society before. And it's like we just tried get forward and then until we get to the point where we've got atomic energy and we're leaving the planet, and it's like these fuckers can't handle it. Push them back to the Stone Age, shut off the power, EMP, cometary impact, whatever it is.
had to start over again. I think it's a way of teaching a lesson that maybe the next time around they'll be mature enough to not make these weapons of destruction.
Yeah.
One more.
You got one or?
I was gonna start it in the second half of the show.
All right, go for it. Okay, here, let's play this fun one. Have you seen the CIA Cyclops? You know, we talk about that Kandahar giant, right?
Not
You ever
really.
see this video and you've seen it like 20 years ago almost, and you're like thinking, oh, I remember seeing that video a long, long time ago. Here we go. You ready? This is the Cyclops coming out of the cave. Ready? CIA from 2002. Oh, man. Oh, oh my God. Oh, man. Oh,
Come on.
what? You don't think it's real?
I don't think it's real. No, you think it's real?
I don't know. It's pretty weird. The video was deleted afterwards. Supposed leaked video causing a stir on social media by showing a humanoid finger with a single eye.
Someone's gonna be asking Grok about it down below, right?
Yeah, it's why would you, if you're making a fake video, why would you have such a weird voice from the giant?
I don't know. Why would it just be a random hole?
A what?
Why wouldn't they secure it if there was dudes down there? Do they just not?
Oh yeah, I don't know. He was an updated Cyclops of the air with the best outfits, the best loincloths. It was removed without a trace. Why are we seeing it? So, and people aren't having it anyway. Chalk. Oh, here, Grok, check this video. This looks like a solid viral hoax. Low res CGI or costume effects. No official records, declassifications, or verified sources to back it up. Similar to the unproven Kandahar giant legend from the same era. Cool for creepypasta videos, though. What do you think? So, Grok ain't having it.
Grok ain't having it. We hope you're having it over at Grimerica Outlawed.ca. We hope you're having a time or reflection to finally get your Plus subscription. Head over to Grimerica Outlawed.ca. Sign up today. It's only $6 a month. You get there on Patreon, our website. You can get to Patreon from our website. You can get it through Substack, YouTube, whatever you want to do. There's a million ways to sign up. Just do make sure you do check out Grimerica.ca for other podcasts. Contact at thecabin.com for trips and events, and adultbrain.ca for others. Audiobooks, disastermap.ca. Have some fun with that. Check it out. Graham, do you want to start us off in the second half? You want me to start us off?
You can do it if you want.
All right. PhD learned space travel is fake.
What is this?
Okay, so